students, now before starting the forms of power sharing, I will tell you about two things. First is regarding the concept of sharing of power, how it underwent a change with the emergence of democracy. And the second is about why in a democracy power should be distributed among as many citizens as possible. So these are the two things you have to understand first. First is regarding how with the emergence of democracy the concept of power sharing, it underwent a change. Earlier it was believed that the power, it should rest within a person or a group of persons. You remember the kings, they had the governmental power, so it should reside within a person or a group of persons who are situated at one place. It was felt that if the power is dispersed among people at different places, so it will not be possible to take quick decisions as well as enforce them. But with the emergence of democracy, this idea of governmental power sharing, it underwent a change. The basic principle of democracy is that people are the source of all political power. In a democracy, the people rule over themselves through the institutions of self-government. So, in a good democratic system, the respect is given to the diverse groups and views in a society, and everybody has a voice in shaping the public policies. So therefore, in a democracy, the power should be distributed among as many citizens as possible. Okay, now we move to the last part of the lesson, that is forms of power sharing. I hope now you are getting an idea of what is meant by power sharing, and then how is the power shared, what kind of arrangements are there about power sharing. So we are going to study about 4 forms of power sharing now. So the first form of power sharing you can see here is the horizontal arrangement. It is called as horizontal distribution of power. Why it is called as horizontal? First of all, see, the power is shared among different organs of the government which are placed at the same level. So the 3 organs of the government, like the executive, the judiciary and the legislature, these are the 3 organs of the government. They are placed at the same level. They exercise different powers and they are placed at the same level. Therefore, this kind of arrangement of power sharing, distribution of power, is called as horizontal arrangement of power sharing, because they are placed at the same level. Now, what is the importance of this kind of power sharing? In the beginning, I told you, like, power is divided among the 3 organs, a legislature, executive and judiciary. So what is the importance of this kind of division of power? The importance is that this arrangement, it ensures that no organ exercises unlimited power, whether it is the judiciary or the legislature or the executive. No organ exercises unlimited power, and each organ checks the other, and this results in a balance of power among the different organs of the government. You have studied in 9th standard that how the legislature, how the executive is responsible. Executive is having powers, but executive is also responsible to the legislature. Similarly, judiciary, the judiciary is appointed by the executive, but judiciary can check the functioning of the executive, and it can also declare the laws passed by the legislature as unconstitutional if they go against the principles of constitution. So in this way, all the 3 organs, they keep a check on one another, and this system is called as a system of checks and balances. The second form of power sharing is the power is divided among governments at different levels. So this kind of arrangement is called as vertical arrangement or vertical distribution of power, because these organs of the government, first of all see which are those organs of the government. There is a general government for the whole country. Elsewhere or in other parts it is called as the federal government. In India we call it as the union government or the central government. So this is the first tier of government. Now below this government there is another level of government, and this is called as the in India it is called as the state government. This regional or provincial government in India it is called as the state government, and the constitution lays down the powers of these governments, the central government and the state government. And this principle it can be extended below the state government. There can be one more level of government, and that is the local government. It is in the form of panchayats and municipalities. So these are the three levels of the government, and this kind of arrangement is called as vertical distribution of arrangement of power sharing. We are going to study in detail about this second type of arrangement of power sharing, that is vertical. The power is divided between the center and the state, and one more level it can be divided, that is called as the local government. That we are going to study in second chapter, that is federalism. Now the third type of power sharing arrangement is called as the power is when the power is divided or shared among different social groups. Power is shared among different social groups, and those social groups may be on the basis of those social groups may be linguistic, or they may be caste based groups or religious groups, gender based groups, etc. For example, linguistic group, the community government in Belgium is a good example of this arrangement. You remember that in Belgium there were people of different communities, so there was a community government, and people of one particular community, they elected that government, and that government had certain powers. So in this way power is shared among different social groups. One example is about the linguistic group. Similarly, power can also be shared among different, as in India the power is shared among different castes, like scheduled castes are there, scheduled tribes are there, and there are reservations for these two communities in the administration as well as the legislatures. In local self-government, power is shared among social groups. Which social group? To give representation, power is shared among the social groups based on gender. Like women are certain seats are reserved for women, and this kind of power sharing arrangement is meant to give space in the government and administration to diverse social groups who otherwise would feel alienated from the government, and this method is used to give minority communities a fair share in power. We are going to study about this form of power sharing in chapter number 3 and 4. Chapter number 3 and 4, they are about the power sharing and accommodation among different social groups. The fourth type of power sharing arrangement, it can be seen in the way political parties, this is the political parties or pressure groups and movements. So it means that the power sharing arrangements, it can be seen in the way political parties, pressure groups and movements control or influence those who are in power. Political parties and pressure groups and movements. So what does this mean? Now how they control or influence those who are in power. Who is in power? The ruling party. For example, the BJP government now, they are the ruling party. So this is about how the pressure groups and the movements and the other political parties, they can control the government which is ruling. Now this kind of power sharing arrangement is about how the power is shared among political parties also. Like means in a democracy, it is right that everybody should have a freedom to select between the alternatives, and in democracy this takes the form of competition, and such kind of competition, it ensures that different political parties in the long run, they can have power. Power can be shared with them, or they can have control on power. Different political parties can have a control on power. So directly also they can have a control on power. How means, now presently, suppose the government in Maharashtra, it is a coalition government, so directly they are having control on power. 2-3 parties or more, when more than one party, when they come together and they form a government, they can come together before elections to form a government, and they have a control on power. That is called as coalition government. And earlier I was telling you that in a democracy it is possible that in the long run, different political parties, they they may represent different social groups, they may represent different ideologies, but they also can have a power, have a share in controlling the power. So similarly, we can see the power sharing arrangement in how the pressure groups and movements work. Here I would tell you that we find interest groups such as those of traders or businessmen, industrialists, farmers and industrial workers. They also have a share in the governmental power, either through they participate in government through committees, or bringing influence on the decision making process. So they can influence the government's decision making process. So in this way we have seen the 4 forms of power sharing, and now we are going to revise with the help of one exercise, and this exercise is related with the forms of power sharing. You have to listen to the example, the question properly, and you have to see that the power is shared among whom, and it is what kind of power sharing arrangement. So the first one is, the Bombay High Court ordered the Maharashtra state government to immediately take action and improve living conditions for the 2000 odd children at 7 children's homes in Mumbai. So this is about sharing of power between the executive, Maharashtra state government, and the judiciary. So this is what kind of power sharing arrangement? This is the horizontal arrangement of power sharing, because the 2 organs, the judiciary and the executive, they are placed at the same level. And who is sharing power with whom? I already told you. Here the executive is sharing power with the judiciary. Now see the second one. The government of Ontario state in Canada has agreed to a land claim settlement with the Aboriginal community. The minister responsible for native affairs announced that the government will work with the Aboriginal people in a spirit of mutual respect and cooperation. So here you can see that the power is being shared with a social group. So this is the third kind of power sharing arrangement, sharing power with different social groups. And who is sharing power with whom? Here the government is sharing power with one social group. The third one, Russia's two influential political parties, the Union of Right Forces and the Liberal Yabloko movement, agreed to unite their organizations. So these are 2 political parties, they are coming together, means this is a coalition into a strong right-wing coalition. Yes, they propose to have a common list of candidates in the next parliamentary elections. So before election they are coming together, they are forming a coalition. So the power is shared between political parties. So this is the 4th type of power sharing arrangement. And the last one now, the finance ministers of various states in Nigeria got together and demanded that the federal government declare its sources of income. I told you federal government is the central government. So here the finance minister of the various states in Nigeria, like there are regional government, the state government, and the federal government, that is central government. So what happened, the finance minister of the state government, they demanded to the federal government that the federal government should declare its sources of income, from which different sources the government is earning revenue and or income. They also wanted to know the formula by which the revenue is distributed to various state governments. Yes, the state government wanted that the center should disclose that when it is distributing the revenue, it is following which formula. So here we see that the power is shared among the different levels of government, that is the central government and the state government. So this is the second form of power sharing, which is called as the vertical distribution of power. So students, before we conclude with the chapter, let's see what we have studied today. Today I have told you first, before we studied the forms of power sharing, I told you first thing that how the idea, with the emergence of the idea of democracy, how the governmental power sharing, concept of governmental power sharing, it underwent a change. Earlier it was believed that the power should be with one person or group of persons. That would be convenient because it will be possible to take quick decisions and implement them. But with the emergence, this idea underwent a change, and in the democracy it was believed that the people, they are the source of power, so therefore maximum power, it should be distributed among the people. In a democracy, the power should be distributed among as many citizens as possible. So after that we have studied the four forms of power sharing. In that, what is the first one? First one is called as the horizontal form of power sharing, in which the power is shared among organs of government which are placed at the same level, like the legislature, executive and judiciary. Why it is useful? Because it results in a balance of power. No organ out of the three organs can exercise unlimited power. Each organ is keeping a check on the other, and therefore this is called as system of checks and balances. Then the second is the vertical form of power sharing. In this we have seen that the power is shared among the different levels of government, the central government, the state government, and it can also be the local government, which includes the municipalities in the urban areas and panchayats in the semi-urban or rural areas. Alright, so in the rural areas there are panchayats. Then the third is the power sharing among different social groups. So some social groups, those who are based on language, or on the basis of religion, or on the basis of gender, or on the basis of caste, sometimes representation are given to them, or power is shared among them, among the different social groups. So because the power is shared among them, because this gives a space to them, otherwise they feel alienated. It gives them a place in the governance of the country. And the last is, we see the power sharing arrangement in the way the political parties, the pressure groups and the movements work. The power is shared among the different political parties, they control power. Different political parties, they contest elections, and if they get a chance to control power if they win the elections. And sometimes there is a direct sharing when two or more, when some political parties, they come together, they form an alliance. And pressure groups also, like groups of traders, businessmen, farmers, etc. They also can directly participate in some committees of the government, or they can influence the decision making power of the government. In this way they also participate in the power sharing arrangement.